Niall Stanage is on top of all of it. He's also there in Tuscaloosa for us. Niall, let's start with your latest column. And you write about Nikki Haley's recent rise in the polls that will make her the main target for all of the candidates tonight, and that Governor DeSantis needs to land a, quote, direct hit. What kind of weakness could DeSantis expose?
There are a few vulnerabilities that Nikki Haley has, Adrienne. I think one of them is she's very vigorous in supporting US aid to Ukraine. Now, whatever the rights and wrongs of that has become a much more controversial position within the Republican Party and among the Republican electorate. Also on abortion, she has, I would say, a somewhat more nuanced position than some other candidates. She is anti-abortion, but she does not, for example, believe that a national federal ban at an early stage in pregnancy is a practical goal. So those are the kind of things that might be other things that rivals would take aim at.
Haley's been able to outmaneuver DeSantis, at least according to some polling, due to her performance on the debate stage, you think, or maybe more from public perception and likability?
I think more the latter, though the debate performances have definitely been really important. The other thing I would stress, Adrienne, is that Nikki Haley has made, I think, a smart strategic decision if you contrast her with Governor DeSantis. Governor DeSantis' whole campaign is built on this idea that he can somehow wrest away or peel away really quite fervent supporters of former President Trump, arguing that he, DeSantis, is better at getting stuff done. That simply hasn't worked. Nikki Haley, partly because of the attributes you mentioned of personality and so forth, is appealing to the maybe Trump constituency, not the never Trump people, not the MAGA people. People who could live with Donald Trump as the Republican nominee, but think there may be a better, more electable option out there.
Let's get to Vivek Ramaswamy and Chris Christie. Clearly the two men who have the most to say, and for some, maybe the two most polarizing, though you could say all of them are polarizing. How does Ramaswamy and Christie, how do they defy political skeptics and outperform tonight?
Well, I'm not sure that blasting your rival for her purportedly limited vocabulary, as Vivek Ramaswamy did in that clip you just showed, is really the way forward. He already has a popularity problem. His unfavourable numbers have ticked up quite a lot. I'm not totally clear what the path forward for him is. In Governor Christie's case, it's a whole different scenario. Yes, he will say he believes he can be the nominee, but does someone of Chris Christie's political experience really believe that? Or is he running to lob rhetorical hand grenades at former President Trump? He is really the anti-Trump candidate. I don't see that as being a lane to victory in this primary, but it's certainly a lane to publicity, to invitations onto big TV talk shows and so forth. So he's just going to keep blasting away as he has done up until this point, I imagine.
Okay, one more thing. The math is mathing, as the cool kids say, for former President Trump. I mean, he has this massive lead, seemingly unbothered, not joining any of the debates. At least so far, there are no intentions to. Will he pay attention, do you think, to what happens tonight? And in what way could it affect him, one particular candidate outperforming the others?
I'm sure he will pay close attention. For him, the more these candidates on the debate stage are arguing with each other, the better it is for him. You were talking about mathing. One of the things the math makes clear is the only real chance it appears of Donald Trump being beaten here is if he gets into a one-on-one matchup with one of these rivals. The longer, say, DeSantis and Haley are on approximately even footing, the better it is for him. So if nothing hugely dramatic happens tonight, that ultimately is a win for former President Trump.
Niall Stanage, always good to have a chat with you early in the morning. I know you're going to be busy, and we're looking forward to talking to you following the debate. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure, Adrienne. Take care.
You too. And thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.